Do you want to optimize the performance of your LinkedIn page without wasting time on complicated analyses? With Dataslayer, you have templates designed to help you interpret your data quickly and effectively. Today, we'll show you how to use one of these templates to better understand your key metrics and improve your strategy. In this video, we're going to see how we can connect our LinkedIn data using Dataslayer. Let's go for it. First of all, remember that today we'll be using one of the resources within Locker Studio templates, specifically the template we have here for LinkedIn ads that we're going to look for. But okay, how do we do it? We're going to do a step-by-step, where it will be a smooth video. And as always, I'll provide loading explanations, but I'll only show that when there are data from the stack topics. Let's log in. And once we're logged in, we're going to this section here, which is called the Hub. The Hub is your account. And within your Hub account, you have several connections that you can make. In this case, we're going to LinkedIn Pages and add a new account, and we click here to get started. Right. In this case, I will pause for 1 second to enter the password. All right, once the password is entered, let's log in and see that it's connected. Perfect, we have it. Next step, we're going to go to the template that's here. We click to go to the template. All right. Now we have the template that I've already created, Dataslayer, where we see that an error has come up. This isn't really a failure. Obviously, some things can come up at times, but, part of the fun is seeing what happens and figuring out how to fix it. In this case, why are we getting these errors? Because there's no data connected. So let's move on to using my own data. And we access the LinkedIn Pages connector from Dataslayer. Here we select the hack account I mentioned, which is the one I'm connected to. We click Next. Once we have this point here, we'll go to the account section to select the account from which we want to show the data. It must be an account where this profile I'm logged in with has access for 1 second due to privacy issues. All right, once we've selected the account, we go to the Add section. And now what it's doing is adding this source 2009 we set to the report data. And now it will start loading and will load this data into this source. So now we just have to wait a little bit and see if, also for you to learn how to use templates when they load, it will let us know if there's any error, if it needs to reload, etc. But, this is ultimately the logical thing. We can see here that things are starting to show up, and we can see how, in just about 4 or 5 minutes, we already have our dashboard loaded in Looker Studio with the LinkedIn app thanks to the Dataslugger plugin. So, if we want to edit or share this point here, no problem. We can edit and share it just like we saw at the top. Are we now waiting for the data to load, okay? What I recommend in this case is to make a copy here, then 2009, and here, we select in this case, we create a data source even though we could already have it created, but let's do it again. Okay, so that the LinkedIn pages are like this. This is something common when it's not a matter of data layers, but rather about the login itself, which is pretty usual. But what we're doing is simply to have this dashboard so that we have total ownership and can modify and edit it completely to our liking. Because no matter how many templates we get, there are always things we want to change, modify, remove, etc. And then it is always advisable to do it as well. However, the columns remain at 1 and everything would have worked well without problems. In a certain way, it is always advisable to have it. All right. The report, and finally we copy this report. Now we wait for it to load, and as you can see, what we're doing is entering. The data is still showing up. However, it continues to show up. It appears on the edit screen so we can see it, or if we want to modify something, for example, something common, I might not want the data slide part to show up here, or I want to change this from what's wrong to Spanish, I modify it. I want to add a comparison because, for example, this metric, 2009, as I see it, is compared to the previous period. But maybe I'm more interested in comparing it to the previous year, just to give a few examples, and I could do that. But here, if you notice, we have investments, page views, engagement, the engagement rate percentage, the followers evolution during this period, the selected period here, which is from October 27 to November 26, and the evolution of this year, meaning from January onwards, in impressions, page views, and engagement. And also for this period, each of the posts, the impressions, the clicks, the reactions, and so on, I'm talking about links, shares, and comments, which is the most favorable day, in this case, based on our results. What we post the most, whether it's articles, videos, text, and so on. And here we could keep analyzing, but as you can see, I wouldn't want to go on too long because I think the functionality and use of Dataslayer in this course is pretty clear. So I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you very much.